Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Dad.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, complete. That's more.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Burrow. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's more. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Ready, break! Ready, ready?
They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Tap to 60, tap to 60. Trap 60, trap 60.
Here's Willis. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback.
Okay,
that doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Take over at the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
On 1, ready?
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And fights through one man. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
You want to see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset? This is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
But give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Willis being chased out left. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Davis Price up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Seahawks at 13-2 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. An option give to Davis Price. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is this.
19, Charger, 19.
Second down, and again it's Davis Price. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Ready?
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Mustang 19.
To throw, here's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. Kyle Pitts. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
11,
Last
11.
time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Gun, gun.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Stop.
On the toss, they run wide side with McCaffrey. Nice little juke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Burrow. Out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here we go, here we go.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Stop.
Now it's Burrow. That pass complete to Moore. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
Well, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Get set.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. from the shotgun. Joe Burrow. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11, mighty.
They'll let Hamler try and run it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal.
11. Stop.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. And in for the Steelers touchdown. KJ Hamler from 6 yards away. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Bulldozes past him. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Here we go. Start. Hey.
They'll run it here with Bowden. shoves him away. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Okay, ready? Viking 18.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run with Bowden. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
79 Broncos. Go.
Willis. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Willis drops this underneath for Davis Price. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd down, here's Davis Price. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ty Davis Price with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Gun.
Second down and 3. Now Burrow. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling.
It's a gain of 10. First down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I'm wondering.
Second and 6. From midfield now, Burrow. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This is Hamler on the receiving end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
18 Rattler.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Panther 11. 19 Lions.
3rd down, it's Willis. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Warriors 17.
Again, Willis to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll take him to the ground quickly, but he's able to get it down to the 41-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Bowden. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
3rd and 3.
Top below 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now this time, Willis throwing it. And that will be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety back all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Here we go.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now it's Burrow. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here we go.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. And Burrow going to change the play. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. This is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30.
The second down pass. Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. First and 10 as this new drive starts. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Davis Price on first and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Willis. Caught along the left side by Hyatt. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70 Timberwolves.
On the ground, it's Bowden. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Stuck for a loss by Christian Barmore.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Come on, set. Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll try it again with Bowden. Runs through the contact. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Kevin Pirate! Kevin Pirate! Ready?
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Ready, ready, hut! Panther 60, Panther 60.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Malik Willis, 33 yards. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
On 1, ready?
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Stop!
Now it's Burrow. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Stop!
Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Gun.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Burrow going to change things up. From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow going right back to Hamler. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
11.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rondale Moore, 38 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
Kevontae Turpin on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Range, 70 range, 65 cat, 65 cat.
Willis, he'll look to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
The Seahawks send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return is Jones. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go.
To throw, Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Willis back to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Sly able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Steelers take over at first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
On 2, ready?
Here's second down.
12. Stop.
Burrow. They'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
This for all the marbles. This ball intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.